it's Cheryl and I'm back with my October favorites. I apologize for the lack of videos this month, but I've been really busy. But I did make it so that I could do my October favorites because I have a ton of products that I want to share with you. I did haul a lot of new makeup products that ended up being in my favorites this month. So instead of just filming a haul video, I figured I'd include those products in with my favorites because I have been using them a lot this month and definitely something I wanted to share with you guys. Without further ado, let's just jump into this because I do have quite a bit of makeup products. As many of you know, I was so excited for the MAC Marilyn Monroe collection to be released, and as soon as it was, I was like online right when it was released pretty much. I missed out on one lipstick, which was Love Goddess, but my friend ended up picking that up for me when she went on the release date at our local counter, so thank you, Jasmine, for picking that up for me. And the rest I end up getting online. So I got everything that I wanted from the collection. I know it sold out really fast and many people didn't end up picking up the things that they wanted, especially the lipsticks. But I was able to find some really good dupes that are at the drugstore. So it's really weird because these Wet n Wild lipsticks that I'm about to show you, the the matte ones, they're only like a couple bucks each at Walmart, and I found a dupe in this brand before for MAC Viva Glam Nikki, and pretty much three of the shades are three of the shades from the MAC Marilyn collection. Just really weird how three of the shades ended up being from the same Wet n Wild brand and the same kind, which is the Mega Lass. These Wet n Wild lipsticks aren't perfect dupes for the Marilyn ones, but they're pretty close, and if you missed out on the Marilyn lipsticks, I would definitely recommend checking these out because they're only a few dollars. This is Pure Zen, and it was the nude in the collection. I already picked this up when the MAC Cream Sheen Plus Pearl lipsticks were released, so I already have this, so I'm not touching my backup for it yet, but that's what that looks like. Then I also got Scarlet Abyss because I heard that it was pretty close to MAC Lady Danger, which is my all-time favorite red, and this is what that looks like. The nude lipstick I'm pretty sure you could find a dupe for because it's a nude, and Scarlet Abyss is really close to Lady Danger, so if you have that, then don't worry about Scarlet Abyss. And I think I like Lady Danger better, so just check that out. It's a pro product and available on the MAC website. But then I found dupes for Love Goddess, Deeply Adored, and Charmed I'm Sure. And all but Love Goddess are matte finishes. Love Goddess is a satin. Wet n Wild Mega Lass lipsticks are all matte. So they really work well with finish, and as well as color is pretty close to the MAC Marilyn Monroe lipsticks. The first lipstick I'm going to show you is Love Goddess, and this is the one that sold out like right away online, and it is a pinked red. Here is a swatch of that. As I said, these lipsticks aren't perfect dupes, but they're pretty close, and the color that is close to MAC Love Goddess is number 965, Cherry Picking. So the first swatch is Love Goddess, and the second is Cherry Picking. So actually this one is a pretty good dupe, I'd say, for Love Goddess, which was really popular. So if you weren't able to find that lipstick, definitely go check out the Wet n Wild. The Wet n Wild lipsticks are really pigmented and long wearing. They're only a few dollars. I really highly recommend them. The next lipstick from the MAC Marilyn collection is a matte, and it's called Charmed I'm Sure. And this is what it looks like. It's a very beautiful color. I'm just going to swatch that and then swatch the Wet n Wild dupe beside it. The Wet n Wild color is number 911D, and it is slightly brighter than the Charmed I'm Sure. But this is the MAC Charmed I'm Sure, and this is 911D. So those are pretty close in color, I'd say, and definitely check out that if you missed out on Charmed I'm Sure. It's just crazy how close that these lipsticks are to the MAC ones. It's just insane when I picked up these colors. The next lipstick is MAC Deeply Adored, and it looks like this. And it's a really dark matte shade and perfect for fall. I really love this color. And this is 918D. This is probably the furthest from being dupes, and on camera they don't really look a lot alike, but in person on my skin they look, and on my lips they look quite similar. So this is Deeply Adored, and this is the Wet n Wild one. You really wanted the MAC lipsticks but weren't able to find them. Tons of Wet n Wild options to dupe those if you are interested in those colors. Also from the MAC Marilyn Monroe collection, the eyeshadows were garbage, so definitely don't worry about not picking those up. But these blushes from the collection are absolutely amazing. The one is the Perfect Cheek, which I believe was released prior, and it is a matte. And the next is Legendary, and it is a satin. And out of the two, I absolutely love Legendary. It has a hint of coral. It just looks beautiful on my skin tone. And this is what that looks like, and I've been using it a lot. I've also been combining both the Perfect Cheek and Legendary to just create my own custom cheek color. And this is what the Perfect Cheek looks like. Very natural, very wearable, very the kind of blush that I like. So I haven't looked in my collection to see what could be dupes for these, but if I do, I will list them below. But loving these two blushes. I ran out of a couple of primers that have been my go-to primers. I think my Makeup Forever HD and my Smashbox Photo Finish, so I wanted to pick up a new primer. And I heard really good things about this Hourglass Primer because of Leanne from Leanne Says, and I had to buy it because her recommendations are usually spot on. So thank you, Leanne, for showing me this, because I absolutely love this primer. I don't even want to waste it on my skin to like show what it looks like in consistency, because this stuff is expensive. So just take my word on it that this leaves your skin like silky smooth. It's like the perfect canvas to apply your foundation. Any kind of foundation is going to look even better applied over top of this primer. This is the smaller size. I think it's the 10 mil. Yeah, it's a 10 milliliter, and I forget how much it was, but I know the full size is like 60 bucks, so I didn't want to dive right into that quite yet until I knew I liked it, but I absolutely love this, and I will be purchasing a full size. Next, I found this liquid liner in my Anastasia Beverly Hills, my Want You to Want Me palette. So it had eyeshadows, a clear brow gel, this liquid liner, and I don't think they sell this on its own, because I checked the website and they don't have a liquid liner that they sell. But I was kind of devastated when I found that out, because this is absolutely amazing. Like, it is so black, and the tip of the brush is just so fine that you can create the smallest line possible, and it's the darkest black. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty much already dried. It doesn't transfer to your lid, and it's extremely dark. So if any of you know why this isn't available on their website or Sephora.com, or if you have seen this in store, then please let me know. I actually haven't checked the store, so maybe it could be there. But I'm in love with this eyeliner. Best liquid liner hands down I've ever tried. Lately I've been watching a lot of Carly Bible's makeup videos, and I noticed that she used and recommend the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and I ran to the store and bought it because she has beautifully concealed under eye area, and it's just a white translucent powder, but when applied it smooths out fine lines and wrinkles. And I find there's better products out there to set my under eye concealer. Like, I've had better luck with my Ben Nye translucent powder, which is like $5, but in terms of camouflaging fine lines and wrinkles. This stuff works amazingly, and this photographs really well. In pictures, my eyes just look so much better when I've been using this, so I really liked it. Also, I've been using a lot of my old products, even though I bought a ton of new stuff this month. I've been loving my NARS Ashes to Ashes single eyeshadow, and it's a taupe color. It looks like this, and I've been loving using this color all over my lid and then putting from the Urban Decay Naked palette tease in my crease, and it's just the perfect combination. It gives a taupey purple look, and I've just been really into adding a bit of color to my neutrals. That is what Ashes to Ashes looks like, and it's just a gorgeous all over lid shade. Next, random, I've been using a MAC highlight palette. Actually, this isn't so random. I've also been watching a ton of Shan XO's videos on YouTube, and I absolutely love her and her makeup. Her personality is a lot like mine if ever we met in person, so I love her. And I saw her using MAC Floof, and I had this in my makeup collection, but I just never used it. And this is what that looks like. Gorgeous inner tear duct highlight shade, and this is what that looks like. Oops. Beside Ashes to Ashes, it's a gorgeous tear duct, probably my favorite tear duct shade next to my MAC Solar White that I have discovered. I have two bigger items and then one random, not makeup related, but I ended up picking up the Urban Decay Vice palette, and I just got eyeshadow all over it. Now it's dirty. Anyways, this is what it looks like. I have yet to do a blog post on it. I was meaning to, but you know, this month was busy, and this is crazy how it opens. You just press the button and it kind of opens on its own, and it has this huge mirror inside, and you can see my entire house. And I'm going to try and show you these colors without blinding you. Just put it off the side. Here. Okay, now I look like a ghost. Well, here are the colors. There's a ton of shades to choose from, and they're all brand new to Urban Decay. None of them are re-promotes, which is excellent. I have the Urban Decay Naked palettes and one random palette, but I don't have a lot of colors that are in this palette in my collection. And what really got me about this palette is just one color, which I know is bad for how much it costs, but there's a lot of neutrals and wearable colors that I wanted in this palette as well, so that's why I picked it up. But Chaos, this freaking amazing neon blue shade, is just incredible. I should have wore it today, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not, but I just want to swatch this. Just lightly on my finger, that's what it looks like. Isn't it such a vibrant, incredible blue shade? I'm just in love with this shade. And that's blended on my hand, but so gorgeous. And actually, all these colors would look really good together. Gonna make a look out of it. There's a couple duds in here, but I will get more into depth on that on my blog post if it ever transpires. But Jagged kind of sucks, and one Provocateur, I think. Yeah, there's just a couple dud shades, but the rest are absolutely amazing. So definitely check this out if you want colors similar to this, and it's just a great addition to any makeup collection. Last makeup item is by Beige Cosmetics, and it's their 120 color palette, their eyeshadows, and it's the 5th edition, which is the edition that contains the most neutrals. So if you ever wanted a 120 color palette, I would really recommend this one if you're a neutral girl like myself, because it is the most wearable of all the palettes. And unfolded, this is what it looks like. And yes, there is a lot of like pinks and purples, but generally speaking, there are more neutrals in this palette than the other additions that BH Cosmetics has. And all these shadows are just so incredibly pigmented and easy to blend. I did an entire look for Halloween using the pinks in this palette for my Barbie inspired makeup tutorial. So if you want to see like the quality of those, how well they blend, that video really demonstrates the quality and the pigmentation of these eyeshadows. Last is a perfume, and this has been my favorite for quite some time, but I just ran out of my rollerball of it. It is the Vera Wang Love Struck perfume, and this is the big size. I think it's 100 milliliter size, and I've been wanting to get the full size for quite some time because I fell in love with the scent. And this, I would say, is my signature scent now. I used to wear Givenchy Haute Couture for a while and kind of grew out of that, but right now I'm loving Love Struck, and I know they came out with the Floral Rush, and I like that one too, but the original is amazing. And then after I went to Sephora and bought that, I was at Marshall's randomly, and I came across one of those holiday gift sets that had the shower gel, moisturizer, and the 30 milliliter, and it was only $30. So even though I picked up the bigger bottle, I had to pick up the smaller one. I know I'm going to use it, and I just think it is adorable. It's so tiny compared to this. A lot of you have been asking if I colored my hair, and the answer is no. This is what it looks like when it is faded, and I need to go get it done. You probably can tell, but my roots are coming in, and this is the color faded. I actually don't want to get my ends done. I just want to touch up my roots, and that's typically what I do until it gets like too light on my ends, and then I just put it all through my hair. But I did that, I think, last time, so I won't be doing that this time. Hope you enjoyed my October favorites. If you have your own October favorites in a video response, leave it below and I will check that out. I can't wait to see them. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.